Hey, Michelle is back on this Wednesday, July the 31st, 2024. I'm in my vehicle, so I'm somewhat properly protected in here. But I noticed since I stopped, I know a lot of people go real crazy over being a vegan or veganism or this or that and the other. There's a lot of extremely extreme people out there regarding that matter as far as veganism or being a vegan. And you really just need to look at things in a moderate fashion, because I over the years I've moderated what I eat anyway, because because it has a lot to do with the prices of it. I think the main thing that's the problem, more so than anything, is these fraudulent pricing of food. And anytime someone mentions a particular type of food that they are advocating for, you notice there's a difference in the price. If anybody's paying attention, it becomes a commodity to be exploited. You understand me? And therefore it shows up in pricing. So we just really need to be mindful of what we share and where we're sharing it, because I would just walk the talk and let the results speak for themselves. And if anybody notices a change in you, you can tell them what the change is. So I've moderated what I eat. In other words, I don't eat too many meats extremely, which I love. The same thing with vegetables. Vegetables are no more safer than meat if they're not properly cultivated. Okay, a lot of people are into organic. Okay, but there's a secret behind that, which I hate secrets. But the secret is that in some cases, because nobody checks up on things and researches, the organic and the non-organic are treated exactly the same from certain farmers or certain distributors, or however it's done. There is no difference between organic and non-organic. And the reason I say that is because nobody's checking up on it. Okay, so someone could say something's organic and it's not. It's just, they just label it organic. Nobody's really checking. Everybody's overwhelmed. Everybody's busy. So you can believe that you're eating organically and you're not. So that's why you just need to be very mindful of your extremism, that is, and fanatical, being so, about being a vegan. Because if you find out that at being a vegan, you're eating the same type of foods that non-vegans are eating, but you thought you were eating organically, how are you going to feel? You're going to feel like a fool. And so that's why you meet some people, because I've met some people who claim that they're vegans and this and that, and I was just disappointed in what I saw as the results. That's my judgmental right. That's my discernment right. I said to myself, I'd rather not be a vegan if a vegan looks like that. So, and look, I said that's harsh and judgmental, but it's just a wake-up call to all of us that keep advocating for certain type of lifestyles. Again, we are being misled and manipulated when it comes to certain foods that are considered organic. In most cases, they're not organic at all. Okay? So just pay attention to the labeling. If you can find out who the farmers are, that's why people support local farmers, and I do too. Because you can manage it properly, and you can find out whether they are doing the practices that they preach, and and all such things like that. Yeah, this sun is coming out, boy. Woo! So read the labels. Pay attention to where your food is coming from if you can. Sometimes that's next to impossible with the global, and I think that's why they created these global marketing of foods, so that you can't, so for example, if it comes from Chile, who's going to go to Chile to see how this stuff is cultivated? Who's going to go to Brazil? Who's going to go to, where, even somewhere in our own country, to find out how this food is cultivated? So just be mindful of your advocacy for veganism when you don't actually know where your food is coming from. So I'm going to say that for now. And of course, more is to come later. So peace and love, everybody. Pay attention to what you put in your mouth. Literally, figuratively, and metaphorically. Peace and love. Trust me, I'll come back.